Today on TVC News, Halloween 2016 brought many spooky events to campus. A look at what the community had to offer leading up to the fall holiday.
And after a month of practice and dedication, lip sync is over. A closer look into the dances and winners of the campus tradition.
Plus, homecoming week has arrived, what has happened so far, and what else you can expect leading up to the big game this Saturday. All that and more coming up.
Welcome to another episode of TVC News. I'm Justin Crawford.
And I'm Ansley Daniel. A campus tradition marks its final chapter this year, leaving campus scarier than ever before.
TVC reporter Max Davenport gets inside look of this year's Reese Residence Hall Fright Night.
Okay, come on.
Students line up outside of Reese Hall in costumes as they awaited their turn to be taken on what may have been their final destination, the basement of Reese Hall.
Is this good? Okay, awesome. Oh gosh, y'all. I'm probably gonna cuss. I just want y'all to know now. I'm gonna be cussing
Upon their arrival, guests were again greeted by a number of frightening figures, including clowns, possessed children, zombies, and much more.
I knew something was coming. I knew something wasn't right. Oh, no, fool. No, fool. Oh, man. I thought that was a mirror, fool. I did not know what that was. Stop playing, fool. Wait, LOL, who said that?
At the end of the night, no participants were hurt, maybe a little disturbed, but no injuries were reported. I'm Max Davenport, back to you guys at the desk.
The Society of Physics students hosted the second annual Pumpkin Drop last past Friday. Student organizations came out to showcase the different aspects of science, live music, free food, a costume contest, and even a surprise visit from Smokey were also part of the festivities. Donations were accepted for the John C. Levin Scholarship for Physics, of course. The main event was dropping the frozen pumpkins that even dipped in liquid nitrogen. The Cool Science experiment focused on showing students that science can be fun while also educational. The event was a huge success, and the physics students hope that they continue doing this event next year and to encourage more students to become involved with physics.
Volunteer baseball also got into the Halloween spirit this past Sunday. The team played an intra-squad scrimmage in full Halloween costumes.
Following the scrimmage, fans were able to take a tour of the baseball facilities and meet current members of the team while trick-or-treating. TVC reporter Natalie Holbert was there for fun.
The volunteer baseball team was dressed out in their costumes for an afternoon full of baseball and candy for their third annual Halloween extravaganza. Lindsey Nelson Baseball Stadium was full of more than just swinging bats on Sunday, October 30th. Dave Serrano and Volunteer Baseball held their annual Halloween extravaganza for fans. The afternoon started off with a costumed inter-squad scrimmage with each player dressed in full Halloween gear. Patrick Milligan and Adam Auger, managers for the baseball team, tell TVC News how the team is representing the true meaning of a volunteer and their favorite parts of the event.
It's really about how ball baseball shows how we care for the community. I think it's cool having the players kind of step out of their comfort zone and just show their inner self, their inner costume.
I like when all the kids come by and get candy and they see the players up close and they're getting a little freaked out by some of them.
After a long week of hard work, the team got to relax and dress up for the holiday.
My favorite costume is Nico Masha. He was the grandpa from Up.
I would have to say my favorite's Garrett Stallings with Corella DeVille.
The event ended with tours of the baseball facilities and meet and greets with the players. Children were welcome to trick-or-treating, leaving in high Halloween spirits.
I'm Wonder Woman. I'm Batman.
With just finishing their Orange and White series this past week with an Orange team victory, Vol Baseball is working from this point on for their first game on February 17, 2017 against Memphis. For more information on volunteer baseball schedule, you can go to utsports.com. For TVC News, I'm Natalie Holbert.
Coming up after the break, 80 degrees on Halloween, something we don't typically see here this time of year. TVC's Kayla Grainer is in the studio with a look at what may be to cool down in the near future.
And big sports news this weekend as a UT football starter leaves the team. TVC's Elena Emery has the details on the Vols' setbacks after their loss to South Carolina. You're watching TVC News. Stay tuned.
The UT Student Health Center offers a variety of services for students, faculty, and staff of the university. Our full-service pharmacy is staffed with licensed pharmacists who are dedicated to the health and well-being of the UT community. Located on campus across from the Rock, the UT Student Health Center Pharmacy provides the same services offered at large retail chains at your convenience. We accept most insurance plans, so you'll be able to purchase the medication you need for an affordable price. At the University of Tennessee, your health is essential. So come by our pharmacy and remember, a healthy Vol is a happy Vol.
Welcome back to TVC News. This fall has been anything but cool. In fact, it's felt more like summer with average temperatures reaching above 80 degrees.
That's right, but now Halloween has passed and we're officially in November. TVC's Kayla Grainer has some good news for those of us who are hoping for it to cool down. Kayla?
Thanks, Justin. Temperatures are in fact finally dipping back down into fall-like weather, and it looks like they will be staying there. But the cool air will be coming with some precipitation, so be sure to take an umbrella tomorrow as you can expect showers in the afternoon and evening. The high will be 77 degrees and the low will be 51. The high Friday will be 67 degrees and the low will be 40. This weekend will be bright and sunny for all of the homecoming festivities, so to be sure to get out and celebrate 100 years of homecoming. The high Saturday will be 70 degrees and the low will be 42. Temperatures will be similar Sunday with a high of 70 degrees and a low of 41. Now this work and school week is going to bring in those cooler temperatures. We will be seeing a high of 69 and a low of 46 degrees, but sunshine nonetheless. Tuesday will be mostly sunny with highs in the low 70s and lows in the mid 40s. Wednesday and Thursday will be partly cloudy with highs of 70 degrees with both days and lows in the low 40s, so be sure to grab your coats. There's a 50% chance of rain next Friday with a high of 68 degrees and a low of 41 degrees. These clouds will be lingering into game day next Saturday, so to be sure to take advantage of the beautiful weather for homecoming and all its festivities throughout the week and weekend. Back to you guys at the desk.
Glad to hear that this hot weather will be moving on out. Now the weather's cooling down, but the Vols are in the hot seat.
Coming off from a brutal loss to South Carolina, the Vols dropped out of the AP and coaches polls. TVC Sports Director Elena Emery has the latest. Elena, what is going on with our Vols?
Thanks, Ansley. Well, this has definitely been a crazy week for Tennessee football. Saturday, the Vols fell to South Carolina 24-21. Tennessee was a 13-point favorite going into the game, but could not deliver. The loss was mainly due to 3 major turnovers. 2 were interceptions thrown by quarterback Josh Dobbs. Although the Vols fell short, defensive end Derek Barnett and tailback John Kelly had great games. Barnett had 3 sacks, moving him into second place for the school's sack record, and Kelly had a career high of 14 carries for 94 rushing yards. But it all came down to kicker Aaron Medley for a last-minute 58-yard field goal to tie the game. The kick was short and low, but what do you expect from 58 yards? This Saturday is homecoming in Tennessee, and the Vols take on Tennessee Tech. This year celebrates the 100th year of homecoming in Big Orange Country, and the Vols are definitely hungry for a win. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. Although homecoming and South Carolina are important, the most earth-shattering news this week was the announcement of running back Jalen Hurd's transfer. No doubt this loss will limit Tennessee's offense, especially since Alvin Kamara is still out due to an injury. The news was made official on Monday afternoon in Coach Butch Jones's press conference. Jones said that due to a loss of Hurd, John Kelly will, quote, gain a greater role in our offense. Let's take a look and see what else Jones had to say.
You know, there's a lot of talk out there. I met with Jalen Hurd this morning, and we had a conversation, and we have a great relationship. And Jalen has informed me that he intends to transfer, and I support him on that. And, you know, I'm very, very thankful for everything that he's done for our football program, but it's all about our football program and our football team and moving forward from this point forward.
It'll be interesting to see how the injury-plagued and herdless Vols do the rest of their season. That's it for sports this week. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Elena. This week's on TVC's Topics, reporter Savanna Jacoby took to Cox Auditorium for the annual lip sync contest.
The contest featured all 13 sororities' newest members competing in a dance competition. All the proceeds raised went to Panhellenics Philanthropy Habitat for Humanity. Savannah has more.
Junior Panhellenic hosted the 2016 Lip Sync Contest, which took place both Thursday and Friday night in the Cox Auditorium. This year's tickets sold out in less than 2 hours for both nights. All 13 sororities participated. There were just a few rules teams had to follow. The theme for this year's lip sync contest was years. Each sorority chose 2 years, and they could only use approved songs from those years for their dance. The director of lip sync, Courtney Wayner, explained how the process for choosing the years went.
With song selections, we released the theme at theme reveal, and then every chapter got to pick years that they had. So we had chapters have 1 year from the 90s to the early 2000s, and then another year that went from 2003 to 2016.
All the money raised from Lip Sync was donated to Habitat for Humanity, the Junior Panhellenics Philanthropy. The director of philanthropy explained how exciting it was to be a part of this amazing experience.
All the money we raised through lip sync tickets and like our percentage night that we did and the penny awards we had on Ped Walkway all went toward lip sync and towards Habitat. And so
they raised over $20,000 for Habitat for Humanity altogether. The teams practiced for about 4 weeks to prepare for lip sync. Some of the participants spoke about their experience with the process.
It was really stressful and intense. It was so exciting.
It was the time of my life.
The winners of Lip Sync were Delta Gamma with 3rd place, Kappa Delta with 2nd place, and the reigning champions Alpha Omicron Pi. Reporting for TVC News, I'm Savanna Jacoby.
Coming up after the break, we've got coverage on this week's events for UT's 100th homecoming, including Vol Navy's boat races, breakfast on Ped Walkway, and the Homecoming Carnival. We'll also update you on this week's Diversity Forum. You're watching TVC News. Stay tuned.
The UT Student Health Center offers a variety of services for students, faculty, and staff of the university. Our full-service pharmacy is staffed with licensed pharmacists who are dedicated to the health and well-being of the UT community. Located on campus across from the Rock, the UT Student Health Center Pharmacy provides the same services offered at large retail chains at your convenience. We accept most insurance plans, so you'll be able to purchase the medication you need for an affordable price. At the University of Tennessee, your health is essential. So come by our pharmacy and remember, a healthy Vol is a happy Vol.
Welcome back. All campus events hosted the Vol Navy boat races this past Monday at the Aquatic Center pool.
Student organizations and residence halls were able to sign up to compete in the race. TVC's News' Haley Gravitt was right in the middle of all the action.
On Monday, to kick off homecoming, UT celebrated both the 100th year of the Vol Navy and the 100th year of homecoming by having students participate in the first annual Vol Navy boat races.
Members of sororities and fraternities both participated in the race and shared their strengths of crafting the perfect boat.
The main purpose is to have recyclable materials, so we used a lot of plastic and wood, no nails, no screws, so we had to wire a lot of things together. 12 feet long, 4 feet wide, had to float freestanding.
A member of the all-campus events explains what the Vol Navy boat races are all about.
The Vol Navy boat races is a new event that we're doing for homecoming to celebrate the 100 years of Vol Navy and the 100 years of homecoming. And basically it's just a boat race in replace of bed races where they use recyclable materials to create a boat and race.
Only recyclable materials were allowed to be used. Wood, bottles, and wire were all used to craft the boats, and while some boats had no problem getting across the water, others weren't as fortunate. The top 4 sororities and fraternities include Kappa Sigma and Phi Mu, Alpha Gamma Rho and Delta Zeta, Delta Tau Delta, and Zeta Tau Alpha, and lastly, Alpha Tau Omega and Alpha Delta Pi.
The Vol Navy has been a long-standing tradition at UT, and this year, the all-campus events has replaced the traditional bed races with boat races across the T-Rec pool to honor the 100th year of Vol Navy. Happy homecoming, UT. For the TVC News, I'm Haley Gravitt. Back to you guys at the desk.
The Student Homecoming Committee was up bright and early this morning at 8 on pedestrian walkway to give out breakfast to students on their way to classes. Stationed in the heart of campus, they handed out fruit, yogurt, and other snack items that students could take with them to class. Coffee and tea were also available to kickstart the day. Faculty and staff were also there to help facilitate the event for everyone. The lucky students who arrived first were given the opportunity for a free water bottle or koozie commemorating the homecoming celebration. If you missed out on the free food, don't fret, as several tailgates and barbecues are going to be hosted by various committees this Saturday to honor homecoming. However, pre-registration might be required for certain events. The largest moon pie will also be making its appearance to Circle Park at 2 p.m. this Saturday during the game.
Monday afternoon, Alumni Affairs had its annual tradition of dyeing the Europa the Bull fountain orange. The fountain in McClung Tower Plaza is dyed orange at the beginning of every homecoming week each year. Alumni Affairs invited all students to come out and watch the dyeing of the fountain, as it is always an anticipated event for students and faculty to watch. The water stays orange all week in celebration of homecoming.
Students came to laugh this past Monday at the annual homecoming comedy show. The Black Cultural Programming Committee, along with the Office of Multicultural Student Life, invited the entire student body to the annual freestyle funny comedy show. The event showcased collegiate and African American culture. Admission was free, and to the Knoxville community was also encouraged to come out and participate for $3. For more information about the Office of Multicultural Student Life, go to multicultural@utk.edu.
Well, the annual Homecoming Carnival finally made it to Rocky Top along with the classic games and prizes we all know and love. The free event gave away cotton candy, popcorn, and candy. Booths were set up all around HSS, letting students participate in traditional carnival games and receive a prize after completion. This event was hosted on Halloween by the Student Homecoming Committee. This and all other events during Homecoming Week are open for all students to attend during the week of UT's 100th Homecoming.
In honor of the 100th Homecoming, the Student Homecoming Committee started off the week with a long celebration by bringing back a long UT tradition, barn warming. Fiji Island was filled with a traditional fall festival this past Sunday. Students and the public were able to enjoy games, food, and a live band performance by Possum Crossing. Festival attendees were also able to try and come out and ride a mechanical bull. There were also an animal Halloween costume contest and pumpkin pie eating contest. If you missed out, do not worry, there are many more events leading up to the big game against Tennessee Tech. Several events are set for scheduled after the game. These events take place around campus and the surrounding community each day at various times. For more information and a list of the events, be sure to visit homecoming.utk.edu/events.
The Diversity Forum was held on Tuesday to help define student and teacher boundaries when it comes to free speech. The panel of speakers discussed how teachers can welcome free speech in the classroom without creating a hostile environment. One of the biggest talking points was how professors can state their views without pushing those views on their students. The event also helps to promote diversity and inclusion on campus. It helped to give teachers information on how to create a welcoming atmosphere for minority students.
This Friday, November 4th, UTK students can take part in the history walking tour with Knoxville resident and historian Jack Neely, who is the author of the Marble City Knoxville, the obscure prismatic city, along with several other books that chronicle the history of Knoxville. The tour will take off promptly at 12 p.m. around Dunford Hall on campus. There are also 50 spots available for the tour. In order to participate, you must fill out the form at utk.collegiatelink.net.
The homecoming week rounds out this Friday with the annual homecoming parade. The parade showcases sororities, fraternities, student organizations, and campus offices. The parade starts at 4 p.m., taking off from Fiji Island. After the parade, the University Homecoming Committee invites you back to the starting line from 5 to 6 p.m. for a post-parade celebration. Both events are free and open to the public. You can also hang around Fiji Island for the homecoming pep rally and bonfire at 10 p.m. There will be free food, student organizations, Smokey, and the Pep Squad. You don't want to miss out.
As many of you know, Chancellor Jimmy Cheek is stepping down. UTK needs your help in the search for the next one. The Chancellor Search Committee invites you to attend interview sessions in the form of Student Open Forum with candidates for the position. Candidate number 1 session is Thursday, November 3rd from 2 to 3 p.m. Candidate number 2's is Tuesday, November 8th from 1 to 2 p.m. Sessions will be held in the multi-purpose room of the Friesen Black Cultural Center. The 3 candidates' time and date has yet to be announced. The first candidate is the University of Georgia Provost Pamela Witten. The other 2 candidates' names will not be released until immediately before their visits. That's going to do it for today's show. I'm Justin Crawford.
And I'm Ansley Daniel. Have a great week, UT.